Welcome everybody to our stream. I'm of course DansGaming, and today we're playing the Stanley Parable Ultimate Edition or something like that. It's a re-release of Stanley Parable, and it's got new content and more content, so that'll be fun. I haven't played that game in such a very, very, very long time. So hello live stream. Hope you guys are enjoying the chat. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to go ahead and jump in and see. Oh, God, that audio on that was terrible. We'll see what is going on in the game. Let's see. So, English subtitles. Have you played Stanley Parable before? I'll say no, just so we don't miss out on anything. Because I don't want to miss out on any new content. So we'll say no. Just a slider until the computer is barely visible. Yeah, that's good enough on stream. Please enter a current time. It is 4:45. Oh. 4:45 p.m. Accessibility setting, turn access to the main menu. Okay. Settings, video, full screen, AA. Actually, we're on 4K. We don't need AA on. High, flat. A lot of noise in the background there. Keep resolution, yes. If you're playing 4K, turn off AA. You do not need it. AA is to sharpen. Basically, when you take a texture and you like shrink it down to like make it fit in a lower resolution, it kind of gets some jaggies in the edge, and the AA smooths those out. But when you play in 4K, everything is massive size, so you don't need that effect anymore because it's so big. You shouldn't have any jaggies on edges because it's in 4K. That's more for low resolutions, which 4K is not a low resolution. So you can always turn that off and save some bandwidth on your graphics card. All right, well, I won't have to explain the Stanley Parable because we're going to be playing it from scratch, and you guys will see it for yourself. This game is unique, lovely, and a fun ride. So let's just jump in and see how it goes.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Was he happy?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
He subscribed!
Something he would never quite forget.
With Prime Gaming.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Did he though? But what if I don't want to leave my office. It's safe in here. I just sit in here and I press the buttons and everything's happy. But, hello, 429? Anyone there? 428?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Where did they all go? I don't know where they went. I need to lower this down. Both of those down, and also this just a smidge. Has a little bit of a kind of a fisheye lens in the corners if it's too wide. Hello? Co-workers! Bob? Carol? Karen? Kevin? Hello? Where are you? Thank you, Garthix, Ray83, thank you for the subs, but I don't see you. 415. Sales in this quarter are down, down, down.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Door on his left, okay. That's... Apparently he knows where I'm going, so I will follow his instructions. You know, I don't even see chat anywhere. Where is chat? Where's my clever banter and kappas? Where's my Dan Chad?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let's see. Meeting room. Floor 4, group, cabal, planning, meeting, weekly targets, marketing Mondays, termination Tuesdays. We're broke Wednesdays. Mergers, pranking, floor 5 meeting, IT department. Boss's inspection, legal. 451 private time. Wait, 451's private time. What is that? What to do about 432? Don't tell 432 about my meeting. Group 44X, 449. Office party. Pre-review of the weekend review. 8 bird. This box is too small. Do not alter the assaulting whiteboard manager. Rip Franz. Okay. The future was yesterday. Tomorrow is now. Targets. Push for funding for R&D of new coffee machine. Standardized graphs 40 times wide. Not cost efficient. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Broom closet. Synergize papers. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire someone to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the topic of the target of. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Reflect. Employee 417, 491, 431, 416, 407, and Jim. Jim. Everyone's got like a number, but he gets to be Jim. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Number of slides on this slide. Slides, charts, charts, and slides. Okay. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Marketing report. Slide chart ratio. Rate of increase in slides, graphs per slide. Please, no more charts. I'm begging. Stop. Boss Appreciation Minute. On your Boss Appreciation Minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out in triplicate and return to your Boss Appreciation Specialist. Solving interpersonal conflict. You ever find yourself conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, but more inclined towards conflict unless you're the kind of person who initiates the conflict? Why do we hire you? Remember to... Oh, what? What are your dreams for the future? Clear skin, less air, pollution, a boat, Football. Metamorphosis. What do people want? Things. Happy feelings. Violet James, you are fired. Money, more money. Things with money to buy more things. Graphs. Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. Graphs about things and money. Facts. What is hot? Profits, 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 profits. Stripes. Requires more secondary research. Target demographic teenagers. Colored in segment. The stock market somewhere here. Teleport directory. Bi-quarterly post-review review. We need less reviews. 402 plus 405 want to get rid of the desk sport portion in the primary review schedule. But I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net. Some sort of child trap. Lots of percents. Teenagers size demographic. Space between the teenagers. Throw something in the ideas bin. 1. No more bin. No more bins, trash cans. Renaming of the idea. 30 freaking of me. Ideas bin. What is this office? What the hell do they do here? What would you say you do here? I'm a people person. I handle people. Synergize core value expenditure. Shift global market parade. Monetize free to play. Help. I'm a post-it. Quarterly pie chart profits. Memo. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Okay, that sounds like an alternate path. We'll do that.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. We'll follow all the instructions on the first run through. Executive bathroom. I've got a feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. So that's... Boy, that's a lovely purse. Extreme bathrooms. Bath guy testifies in the trial of the century. Tired of getting ash on your porcelain? Faucets, pipes, and offshoots. Time magazine with a picture of a clock. Wow. This executive bathroom doesn't seem all that executive. No receptionist. Business time. Our hostile takeover is a new biannual percentage. Recommendation of the Oversight Committee. General questions about bucket filing. A short history of relations between Poland and Austria-Hungary. Hello?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
But how did you tell? Who did you do? If I don't know it, then who are you?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
How would I know that, sir? You're confused.
2845.
But You said I don't know that, but you're telling me that. I thought you were my inner monologue. Who are you? What is this? What is happening? I wonder if there's another one if I don't do it.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Okay. Well, fine. I guess the choice matters so much, doesn't it? God, what is this? Go down? Going down? Yeah, the narrator was just like, you know what? Screw this.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
He even thought to himself on Punday Monday, the writer was frigid after enduring so many drafts. What is...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Let's do the mind control facility first. That looks like a light.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Cameras. And a bunch of employee observation protocol. Employee observation protocol.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers, the lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
234. Some employees have been fired. One of them's 234.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Possibly.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Acting!
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Hell yeah. I will turn it off when I figure out how it even remotely works. Let's see what's mind controls idle awaiting input. System power off.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Yes. Turn it off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
And typed in, yep.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go,
yep,
what to do,
yep,
or how to feel.
Yep.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Yep.
And that was all he needed to know.
Yep.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Yep. Nothing but happiness.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Yep.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yay! Beat the game. Yay! What? What? But
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Wait,
Stanley
what?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Who farted? I hate Mondays. Well, Mondays are Punday Mondays. Whenever C enters the room, B immediately leaves. After all, C in is B leaving. Wow. C in is B leaving. Oh my god. Soulry with 10 gift subs per chat. Oh, powering up our community. 10 gift subs at a time. The church's lawyer did some cross-examining. They just installed some floodlights at the golf course. I hope you like swinging nightclubs. A friend of mine once had a job selling beer at a convent. Out of all her coworkers, she was the best bar none.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No. No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
But, no, I don't want to listen to you, sir.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
It's gorgeous.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Well, they look good. Looks good. Nice.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
First open door on my left, huh? You know what, narrator? You know what? You're Dan Rude. So I'm not going to follow your advice.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Oh, damn. Key card required. Let's see. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Who?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Waifu pillow?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who's she? Who the hell is she? I don't care about her. I don't know who she is. Now, if you had said he, I would be like, yeah, gimme. Let's do it. But no.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Who answers a phone in modern year? Like, who just answer, like, if it's important, you'll leave a voicemail or a text message, and then I will screen it, see what it is, and then call you back. No one just answers the phone. Like, what? That is so 1900s. This is 2000s, okay? We don't just answer phones anymore. We read the text or check the voicemail, and then maybe I might call you back, possibly, but most likely not.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
What?
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation?
I am a real person.
I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
A what?
Excellent.
Hello, it's 4:30.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
What the fuck?
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Right.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
What if I don't? Do I have to? A back crack and sack is a beauty treatment in which hair is removed from the back, from between the buttocks crack, and from the scrotum, the sack. Back crack and sack, so they would remove hair from. Okay. Ew. Could I? No.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
I mean, it might make a little.
We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Well, I mean... Well, sir, Mr. Narrator, I have to make content, so I need to make the decisions that give me the most Dan lulls in chat and the most Dan cacks. That's my, like, guideline of, like, am I doing good content if chat's going, lol, cack, you know, that kind of thing. That's how I know that we're making good decisions. Where are we going? What decision are we going to revisit, sir? Oh, the
almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Okay.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would.
Okay.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Okay.
All right.
I got it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
My left or his? No? Nope. Guess I have to. Can I go back this way? Nope. Wait, what? Oh, no.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of
I
that?
got laws
What did you
and
think
cats.
was so special
Yes.
about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage?
Damn cat.
It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it
We
be worth
got
it?
it.
To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do?
You got
What
cacked,
do I-
sir.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
No! What are you doing? What the?
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever.
Yeah.
Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into
I
the
know.
ground.
You're like EA
What,
buying
did
a
you think that would
published,
be
buying a
funny?
studio and
You
making
just
them
had
do
to
stupid
see?
stuff to their game.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
Whatever,
He
EA.
actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
What?
Oh.
No, I'm a
My
Chad.
story.
I'm a
If
Chad.
you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right?
No! Why did you do that?
What?
Quickly, hurry.
No. The right?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and
What?
always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my
I
lead
was
and
going
you'll be
the
fine.
right way,
All right.
okay?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, I will go to the goddamn
No.
right.
Why did you
and
do
you
that?
cannot
Quickly,
tell me
hurry back.
otherwise, okay?
Behave
My
exactly
game,
as Stanley
my
would.
choices.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Right. He said right. I
When
said
Stanley
right.
came to a
All
set
right.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So it looks like I can't keep going right. They're going to keep chopping it off if I keep... Back to the left. Fine. Go the damn left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
yeah.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What's in here, though? Oh, the broom closet's locked this time.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Oh,
office.
there's no option to go down anymore, and the broom closet's locked. He's making it so I can't go anywhere else anymore. He locked out all the other options. He's a damn railroader. He put rails in the damn game so I can't go anywhere I'm not supposed to anymore. This is some bullshit. This is different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code. Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
That's a nopers from me. No help. No help.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step. Okay, fine. You're not going to do it?
I don't know how to do it.
It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do.
It doesn't even do anything.
I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
I can't speak, you... What?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wait, what?
Stanley?
Who's that?
Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this.
Oh my God, it was 9 years ago the original came out.
You hear
9 years ago.
Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
Hi.
Okay.
It's me, Stanley.
Wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Aww. Aww. Oh, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's go to the meeting room. Do they keep the meat in the meeting room?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes,
this room.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Let's see what this door goes down.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
What's the pretty button do, though? Ooh, where does this go?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
But I can still click this again. Can't I? No? No. See, you're saying left, but right is really appealing to me. I don't know. No?
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
That's sus, sir. Very sus. Very damn sus.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
Now you're getting
it's clearly
super sus.
Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Very damn sus.
Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Are you sure? Are you positive? What?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Okay. Sorry, spoilers.
We just have to get back
no
to...
spoilers.
Oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Spoilers.
Rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Oopsie, sorry, spoilers.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
He does not like me. I am doing everything except what he wants.
Stanley... Wait.
There's so many doors.
What? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere?
No.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Yeah.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Dan S. Wait, there's so many doors. There's a plethora of doors now. What the? Okay, hold on. It is Pun Day Monday, so let me catch up on some of the
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Sure there is.
Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No! I wanted to look around. Alnord, Arrow War, thank you for those resubs on Punday Monday. Christians don't delete emails. They prefer them being saved. If you go skydiving, you might as well have fun with it. Deploying your chute would be a drag. You'll go flying off the handle if you ride your broom while angry.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Installing something, try, program, something. Wait a minute.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
What the fuck?
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction?
What the
and see if we missed anything?
But there was a story. What is happening, sir? Are you sure you wrote this? Doesn't sound like you know what's going on. You sound kind of like Dan to me, like you don't know anything.
I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Wait, this is a square.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
But it's a square. How are we? Wait, what? This isn't right.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Maybe.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Woo! Congratulations!
Woo! Yeah!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Hell yeah!
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
No.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Adventure
Just
Line?
follow the line. How simple is that?
TM, okay. But I walked the line, I walked the line. Wait a minute. But that goes a different direction. Where does this go?
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Oh. Okay. Well, let's follow the line. Or follow the yellow brick line. Follow the yellow brick line. Da 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 da. Follow the yellow brick line.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Are you...
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Chat, can you with me?
Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on.
Boom! My head exploded.
Back there? Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure
What the
where I was going with all that.
Line man's drunk.
I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay. Payday! Easter egg! I found an Easter egg! Easter egg, Easter egg! Wait, what? That doesn't match. How the Hold on, wait a second. Hold on. Financial records, financial... Chloe 432 peer reviews. How does that even?
Wait, cut the music.
What?
Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, This fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Will this be how we furnish the story? Woo! Woo! Yeah! All right. Sorry. You might want to take a dance snap to get a picture of that chat before it goes away. A little snap. Just to make sure you keep it a picture of it so you know for later that you have it, just in case. Yeah, it is Monday. It is Punday Monday. So, oh
wait, what? We're back at the office? No,
wait,
no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story. Is any of this ringing a bell?
The Sultan bargained. Monks often meet by chance. Oh my God, chance. Chance. Okay, so the line goes that way, but it also comes out of this door that way, which is also not what that room lines up with. There's something wrong with this line. Like, there's a hallway there, but that's a doorway there, and I'm so confused. This line is breaking down the fabric of time and space. We're back at the beginning again? You can't do that. 427. I'm employee 427. Okay. So that line is the original line, so we gotta follow this line, which is a new line going in a new direction over the old line. Right. Oh, what the?
Oh, no.
Spoilers!
Again, Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
True.
We're intelligent people, right?
Yeah.
Why can't we make up our own story?
Yeah.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
Yeah.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable.
Do
Why
it.
don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Ooh, let's make our own story.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Yep.
Just me and Stanley forging a new path.
Just me
a
and
new
my
story where it
yappers
could
in
be
chat.
anything.
Yep,
What
yep,
do you
yep,
want
yep,
our
yep.
story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I want to be a pair of boobs being chased by bras that want to contain my beauty. Can you make that story?
Oh, no, not you again.
Ah, the line's
Stanley,
back.
I'd
Damn.
also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay, I'm not noticing the line. I'm trying to let the line do its own thing. What the hell?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Hold on. It's a little cold in here. I need to make it a little warmer. Wait a minute. The confusion ending. You've been playing the confusion ending for 17 minutes. Deviate maintenance room. End up my room. Narrator starts the game. First restart. Discover the door. Failure start. Forgets about the previous restart. Stanley attempts to play a story, but is prevented. Unable to go to where in his zone. The game restarts its zone. Play line again. Begin the following line. Then corrupt good line. Deteriorate. Attempt to make a story here. Narrator starts the game. There's no longer absolute blank space. Wander blackness. Find a bookstore. Get bored. Leave. The narrator restarts the game. Maybe start. Narrator is gone. After a time, Stanley dies. What the hell?
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
8 times?
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
Apparently.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget?
Yeah?
Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean,
Oh.
did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
It's just me and you.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Kind
I'm
of.
not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Oh, God, what the... That was loud. Wait a minute.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait a minute. It looks back to normal again. But is it? I hate Mondays. He forgot again. I see the line. I can still see the line. It's there. They forgot to clean it entirely. I still see the line. Uh-oh. Access. Email. Turn off all the on.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Truth. Gotta save power. Speaking of saving power, have you guys thought about spending your Amazon Prime token so Amazon doesn't have to render your sub in the cloud? Make sure you save some power by using your Amazon Prime membership so they don't have to keep track of it on the server. So go ahead and click the sub button, use it, get your emotes, use them in chat, have a good time for a month. Because otherwise, it's using power to render the blockchain of your subscription being stuck in the cloud. So save a little bit of power.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Suspiciously normal. But, or is it? Chief Game, thank you for the 26-month resub.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no. Oh, no, 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 not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Okay. Broom closet is life for me. I'm gonna stay in the closet, 'cause that's where I feel safe, and that's my choice, baby. So, just chilling in the closet. Just chilling in the closet. Just chilling in the closet. I want to run to the bathroom real fast. I'll be right back. Anything happen? Gotta be something in this closet. Best ending you missed? Did I miss the ending? If you stay in here long enough, does he just... You can't jump. Achievement. So if I just stay in here for a long time, will an ending happen? No. Okay. Well. Nope. Oh well.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What's down, though? Ooh, red lights. Hold on. Hold on. I can't read that. Hi, Lonnie. I wrote this in first period and left it in your locker on the way to school. I want all the cool kids. It's what all the cool kids are doing, I've decided. Write me back. Also, here's an idea for something to draw. 2 cats on a motorcycle. Hey, this is a great idea. What all the cool kids are actually doing is sending each other pages on their beepers. But we're cooler than this because guess what? They can't put this on a beeper. Picture of a cat, 2 cats on a motorcycle and a UFO. Huh. Okay. Right, that is, this is a re-release of the original game, but a lot more content, apparently.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
What?
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
It's like there's thousands of voices.
The voice was describing itself
all at
being
once.
Considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? And everything went black.
Panic!
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
If he only had gone left. Wait, what? No, we're back again? Son of a biscuit! It can't be any more. It can't get any weirder, right? We've been through so many variations, chat. Like we've got to be. Okay, let's chat. Let's just collectively type Dan Yap, and then smile. We'll go Yap, and then everything will be fine. We're gonna walk through there. We're gonna go left. And it's gonna be great. Yap, 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 yap. It's gonna be great. Dan Yap. Yap, 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 yap.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
great.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The end is never the end. The end is never the end. The end is never the end. The end is never. The end is never the end. 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 The end is never the end.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Is never the end. Input received. Did I miss one? Oh, I missed one. Let's say... Oh, I did miss one. Because the end is never the end. The end is never the end. Be my Valentine. Maybe I have to keep entering codes on each run through. Okay, we're just gonna walk in, go to the left, and it's gonna be fine.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And then...
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yeah.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I want to go in the broom closet! Damn. That's all I wanted.
To a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I wanted to go into the broom closet. Executive office. That looks... Wait, I can go this way now. What? Is he pointing a gun at a panda? Business strategy. Okay. Why would you harm an innocent animal like that? What is this? Elevator. Hello. Try going down. Thank you for subbing, Lignoba. Make the lights flicker. Longest elevator ever. What the hell? We didn't even move. What in the actual flying fudge is happening? Have you ever done this in an elevator and then someone gets on right after? You're like, ah, empty elevator. Ah, and then the door opens and then it's the worst part you've ever done, and then people come into the room. And you have to stand there, and they know that you were the only one in the room. So you have to stand in there while the toxic fume has entered the building. And then everyone has to pretend like they don't smell anything. It's fine. There's nothing here. Everyone's eyes are watering, and people are coughing and trying to keep their composure. The actual, this has to do something, right? Music's great though. Hold on. Thank you, Lignoba, for subbing on Pundit Monday. This pun is for you. Let's see. Reindeer don't go to school. They're elf taught. Crouch in a corner facing me in the door for 3 minutes. Little Berryman, thank you for the resub. Groups of lions tend to move on just before the autumn. This makes sense because, as we all know, pride goeth before the fall. No. 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 Someone says if you crouch facing away from the door in the elevator for 3 minutes, you trigger a elevator ending. Those with convictions will often serve time for each one. There's no ending other than some Easter eggs here? Okay. So I should just never listen to chat. Chat's always lying. Cole's Law is thinly sliced cabbage. Coleslaw. It's a nice song, though. Cole's Law. Cole's Law. No, Cole. K-O-L-E. Cole's
Stepping into
Law.
his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean?
Wait a minute.
Stanley wondered aloud.
He has bottles of
Nobody.
Chianti?
He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Then how did 2845?
Stanley just said, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
But where does it go? El Grande Pluzo, thank you for the Prime Gaming resub. I couldn't afford to buy cotton, so I decided to be abrasive and steal wool.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Anything new back here?
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Eight.
What? Eight. Okay, let's see. Let's go back down the elevator.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, How does he keep coming up with all of this? Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
No!
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Nope. You got kecked, sir. You got damn kecked. Get kecked.
Oh my God. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this. Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
Oh my God.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality.
Boss's office.
As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Okay, well, maybe we go down the elevator this time. Maybe we'll go back down.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
He's such a smartass. 2-inch arms with that 2-year resub. Type your favorite emote, 2-inch arms, show off that sexy new 2 next to your name. And also, Punday Monday. For perverted statisticians, it's the standard deviation is not enough. Going back up!
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it.
True.
Which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition.
Hell
You're
yeah.
a role model, you know?
I
People
am.
look up to you.
They
Which
do.
is why, oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Oh, huh. Oh my god, there's actually something different.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Ooh. What's that bag? The meta bits are like fusing together. World's healthiest human being, all tricks revealed. How he did it, the pyramids. Live, the guy who went to Mars. Is this like a DansGaming exclusive? An interview of a lifetime? Is this my Oscars moment? Is this my time to shine? World peace, baby.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
What about this door? The Storyteller. Stanley reveals all in his new book. So Stanley's a real based on a real person. World first scientist machine. Tonight, live on stage, the Stanley Parable. Stanley, the man, the process, the myth, the legend, the parable, live on stage. Wait, go back down. Can you do that? Oh, sentient machine. Okay, nope, can't go that way. Can you find a VOD of this? Oh, is it not publishing the VODs? Let me make sure that that turns back off. Sometimes it turns that setting off, and it's really annoying. No, it should be there. The VOD should be up for this right now. And also, we'll get this on our YouTube page as well at youtube.com/DansGaming. We upload almost every game. Doing great. A conversation with Alex the Great. To stage.
All right,
Welcome,
are
Stanley.
you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
Stanley
Okay,
Ryder.
It looks like they're ready for
Wants
you.
almonds, a
Go
chair,
get 'em.
gum, table, nut bar. Oh, the green room. 427. Break a leg, champ. Your boss. Stanley, my true love for you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife from the apartment ending. No one tells stories the way you do. Go get 'em, Tiger. I love the way you ride elevators. Love XL. Story. Stanley, me, dad, age 6. Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You're too cool. Good luck on stage. Rock on. Break a leg, champ. Your boss. Twice. Up again, down again. The Stanley story. Congratulations, Stanley. Remember where you came from. Your co-workers. An unforgiving account of ups and as well as downs. Highs and lows that isn't about what life's about. Stephen Stairs Walker. Star Magazine. Oh my god. An audience with the dude who came up with pizza. That is a good dude. Whoever invented pizza. I went to the micro facility and all I got was a lousy sticker. 427. I play the demo. Adventure awaits. 8. Wish you were here. Aloha from the Freedom ending. Narrator Airlines official. There's so many Easter eggs here. Even the lion is here. Oh my god, Lion came by to say hi. All right, time for our press conference. Oh my god, hey! Hey, yo! Oh my god, yeah, hey! Hey, my subs! Hey, subs, what's up? Woo! Give me a 10K! Oh my god, non-subs! Hey guys, how's it going? What? No, I was about to give my speech. I was about to give my damn speech, Chant.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Uh-huh. Who farted? Username access. 426. That's locked.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, no, no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
50 clicks? Oh, come on. Okay. That's gotta be it, right?
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Why?
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437? Why?
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
New content?
Now, back to door number 437.
I need to click first. There's new content.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Not the copy machine!
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
That's reckless! That's reckless! Wait. I can't.
Yes!
Yeah!
This is great!
Woo!
You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I
Fuck
like
yeah!
that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Fuck yeah! Let's do this shit. I want my achievement. 416? Sir? Wait. A second input received. Wait, is it the new content door? I found there's like these things appear sometimes, and I've clicked twice, so I'm thinking if we get 5 clicks in there, it'll open up something new, some new content that will make chat go, ooh. $4.16. Uh-oh. Set for it. It's broken now. Is there... Does that break it? Oh, you gotta wait for it to be a normal door. Okay. Well, let's see what the new content is. Hashtag new content exclusively on DansGaming tonight on Twitch.
Hello,
get your
and
follows
thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
New content?
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
What if I just stand here, though? What if I just stand here and don't go in there? Can I still do the old content too?
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or...
Oh, there we go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content.
New content!
Never been more ready. Let's do it.
Hashtag new content. Fresh off the Game & Press.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Jump circle? You can jump? Oh my god, you can fucking jump! New content! New content! You can jump! I can't jump out of the circle, though. Oh no, I'm out of jumps. Can you... You only get 30 jumps, period?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Right?
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators.
Right in the Steam review now.
Is this what passes for
Thumbs down,
new
bitch.
content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
More new content. Here we go. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've
What
got
the
to be
fuck?
kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what
I know, I'm
happens
writing
when
the review.
greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In
It's
fact,
not
I'm
even
looking
in
right
Comic
now at the game's
Sans.
achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, test achievement.
Reddit post!
Please ignore.
Reddit post!
What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and
Recording
I'm offended.
video.
I intend to find these people on Twitter
Stanley
and
Parable,
hold them
sell
personally
out.
accountable. It's my fault, Stanley.
0
I built
stars.
up too much anticipation around the new content. I'm
Encoding.
afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me,
Tweeting.
why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
What the fuck? What is that room? That's not the right room. Did you? Are you sure? That's not the right. That's the right room. Where are we now? I hate Mondays. It is a Monday today, isn't it?
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Last time I did that, there was a fucking clown in there tried to kill me and told me how I could float. I'm not falling for that shit again.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Oh! 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 Oh, shit! Toxic narrator! Toxic narrator, chat! What the hell?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
413. 16's not there anymore.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to
They
go
won't open
up
the
to his
bridge.
boss's office. Hoping he might come into a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But the bathroom, though. There's got to be something in here. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Well, shit. Papers everywhere. Oh no. I am a worker. I love existing. Oh no. Non-existence. Memo. Why are we here? Hey, do you... I can't. It's too tiny. Chat's favorite music time. We gotta be somewhere new by now, right? No.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take, too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour.
What?
But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. Statistically, nearly impossible to guess blindly, ever. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Boob.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
Oh my God.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Talented? Well, thank you. That square seems like it means something.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But escape, though.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it,
yeah,
the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Yep. Okay, well, let's not, maybe we should go check out the other route. Just, you know, the other route seems like it might be better.
Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Wait a minute. What if the narrator's a liar?
Still on board with death?
I think he's lying. There's no death, there's just yap. Yap, 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 yap. Everything's great. Yep. 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 It's great.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Uh-oh. What's down that way, though?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Uh-oh. Oh, God. Well, I've always wanted to be thinner!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Wait, what? The Stanley
And yet
Parable.
it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains integral to the first iteration. Start in the office, go out here, go over here, talk to those, go out there, to the 2 doors. The pacing of this opening session was important to get right. The quarter has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the 2 doors in a good time. The 2 doors. The set of 2 doors was the very first concrete piece of Stanley Parable's design. Once the room is created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Filing cabinets. Ooh. Thank God those were there. I wouldn't know what those were otherwise. Employee database. Solitaire. Installing Chart Pros. Stanley's desk. The office. Selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keystroke and synthesized tone. Credits. This is like a museum of the game within the game, about the game. Copy machine. Maintenance room, early version of the maintenance room. Ah. Let's see. Fun. YouTube. Money! Welcome back, employee 427. Money! Fun. Early development designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would be sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. That looks very Tron-like. Alien base, awesome. Well, that's cool. This is a cool little piece of the game. Narrator's emails. After the second trailer, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we initially planned to use these promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Congratulations. Wow, congratulations. Line produced an announcement regarding the promotion here. Result. Whoop. Getting on, well, I'm going to tell you that I like seeing parables. I'm going to say I like seeing Henry's small badger and swim trunks. I indeed liked it as much as I like walking in the park, watching the sunset, dare I say, pushing buttons. James. The lounge. The apartment timer. In the previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Oh. The cargo lift. The second version is functionally the same as what was in the final game. We wanted to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. Cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, this early version decided to also want the option to player to falling to the death. Meeting room. One option. Obey staircase, disobey lounge, maintenance. Doorway to maintenance lounge, original back option, confusion ending. Would be hidden depending on how you entered. Vent, confusion ending. The flow of hallways following the first two doors was important to get right since players will play them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately was the simplest version that won out. What the hell is this? Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. This room is the fourth version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change again shortly before launch. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. For very few players realized that was what they were supposed to do, and which was frustrating for everyone. Zending. Early version of the ending was Zending, which was originally cut and merged with another part of the game. Levers original mod Zending. The player would pull a lever and they would decide what color they had pulled. Countdown desk. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up and down with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down. We placed the two endings together instead. Freedom ending. This is all very cool. Countdown room. Well, I do want to not spoil too many more endings because we haven't seen some of them yet. The lounge.
How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing? Does that sound plausible to you? The number 8.
Ken Bryan, the voice recorded dialogue for the entire game for roughly 3 separate times in 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game.
Then he pushed the number 4.
He's such a great narrator. How do I, get in the game again? Let's see. Alright, let's see what's in the vent.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here!
Then he pushed
in
number
the
4.
vent! I want to show you something!
What? Coffee nut? What's in here? Wait a minute, I just vented. Am I sus now?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well,
True.
It got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
True.
So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Smart.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
What's it gonna be? Something in the vents? Why is it all medieval? What the hell, sir?
I call it the memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
True. That's a good one. Although this Triangle House is bringing back bad memories of a game I didn't enjoy very much. Phone.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release?
Oh, yeah.
Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
I
back
remember.
then, video games had integrity.
I
Back
remember.
then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
I remember. Oh, the old Steam too. I remember old Steam. Good time. Remember the good times, chat? Back in my day, games were, you know, they were better. They were always great, and like, you know, like Steam was perfect back then. But nowadays, all these games, they ain't like what they used to be. Okay, they ain't good no more. I like how things were. I don't want things to change. I want things to always be the same. Can we just conserve everything the way it is? The way it was? Trip down memory lane. Ooh, bits of music. $1 bill? Ooh. Oh, the Stanley Parable demonstration, the demo. It's impossible to get this achievement. Aww. Don't play for 5 years. Oh my god. British Academy of Film and Television Arts nominee, British Academy Award. Ooh. New video games released today. Creator surprisingly down to earth. The New York Times. October 13th, 17, 2013. There's no way that was the headline. Aw, it's so peaceful and lovely. Just want to live here forever and just little Stanley. Aw.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
Yeah.
It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
I love how like meta this this version this is. It's like talking about everything in fourth person. It's kind of amazing. The tasteful nostalgic. It was good. The original remake. Person of the year. What's down though? Memory zone maintenance. Oh, it's not. Know your city. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. Could just be nothing. The original remake. Stanley Parable. Stanley Parable Collector's Edition. Your number is 29. The Top 10 memories from the Stanley Parable, 2013.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
9?
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I like work. I just hate my boss. Same. I hate my boss because I'm my boss, and I don't like myself, so yeah. He's kind of a jerk. He constantly makes me... He constantly is like, hey, say something about Prime Gaming so we get them subs. We gotta pay the bills, bro. Like, but I'm trying to entertain here and provide free entertainment. You can't do free entertainment. You gotta pay the bills somehow. Say something about G Fuel. Okay, gfuel.com, covert DansGaming. Well, yeah, you guys said something about Prime Gaming. Prime Gaming, click sub button. Okay, now you just gotta, like, get people to follow. Don't forget to hit the follow button. Like, so my boss is constantly over my shoulder, being a real asshole. Now I just want to play the game, but no, he's like, no, you gotta keep selling out and stuff. Like, no, I just want to play the game, sir. The serious room. Yeah, he's like, hey, you gotta put your eggs in other baskets. Mention YouTube and stuff. Okay, yeah, don't forget to follow my YouTube, youtube.com/DansGaming. That's where we upload our VODs every day. Trying to grow that too. I can't put my eggs in other baskets. I know, it's like, it's constantly like, like, come on, I just want to play the game. God, can I just play the game? Where was I supposed to go next? I haven't made a TikTok yet. Me and Kevin are gonna work on creating a TikTok. I'll just be like, hey, how about farts? Lol. Done. 1,000 billion views. Can I jump? Super serious room? How do I don't think I can go that way anymore.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Oh.
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
What the hell is this?
Oh, no. Oh, God, no.
Oh,
Stanley,
God.
it's a collection of reviews
No.
from Steam.
Not Steam
the online
reviews.
video game distributor. I haven't
toxicity.
looked at these in years.
No.
I can't even imagine what's being collected
No,
down
not
here.
there.
Surely these reviews were glowing
I
as
don't even
well,
have a
weren't
protective
they?
suit on. Can you imagine the level of toxicity in Steam reviews? What? You don't just go inside the Steam reviews. Oh, God. Oh, no.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh, God. Oh, there's so many piled up over the years. I must say, this is meta AF and super good. This new content's great. What? Not recommended? Not recommended? Son of a bitch. Unfunny? I'll show you. Unfunny? Oh, hell no!
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
You're not preachy.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
You're not
Oh, goodness.
preachy.
This is actually quite shocking for
You're
me.
controlly, but you're not preachy.
To be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to.
Nude
These black
L
marks
shaft.
are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
No. He calls himself Nude L shaft. Like, you're perfect, Mr. Narrator. Don't listen to Steam people. There's toxic people that'll tell you that you're not good, that you're too fat, that you're like too ugly, that you can't make it, and then you make a goddamn Twitch channel successful and watch them struggle while you thrive, while you fucking thrive. And that's what they get for being toxic pieces of shit that always put you down. Bill and Josh.
What's this one got to say?
I mean,
You
you're
constantly
fine.
have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
No.
What if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record? Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Yeah.
That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto.
Urge
I'd do
them.
anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
A skip button. Thank you, Julia, for the 106-month resub. A jellyfish walked into a hardware store and bought 10 drills. Ah, a skip
And here
button.
it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. But the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say...
the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so...
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games.
True.
Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice.
True.
That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal
naughty sounding words.
Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite. You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it.
Treatise for sure.
But wouldn't you say that manifesto just
manifesto
has a much grander
does sound
sort
great.
Of tone? It has a mouthful
My
that is rich
Kappa
with
Manifesto.
Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look. I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto, treatise, manifesto.
I'm going to run the bathroom, guys. We are back in a second.
Treatise, manifesto, 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 treatise, manifesto. 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 Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless
Chat looked like Dan Despair the whole time.
It's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this.
Cookie 9?
And whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
Steam works?
Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused.
True.
Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial.
Yeah, make it more
along
positive.
the lines of, this game is the best game.
Yeah.
Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality. How else to describe the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? Such a revolutionary step forward in the lineage of one of the most beloved video game properties of all time. The additions and changes made to this expansion will surely resonate in the annals of the history of all media ever made. It is perhaps true to say that no mistakes are forever etched in stone, for the stone into which the Stanley Parable was carved has itself been transmuted, offering a message of hope to those who have ever erred in their judgment.
I've never
erred. You are not beyond redemption. You may change, and you may become more, so much more than you were before. If there is any message to be taken from the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, it is this. What a fortune, a privilege, a joy it is to have had such an experience. It leaves me hopeful that as a community, as a world, there is time for us to become our greatest selves, as great as we ever could dream of in our wildest, most ambitious visions for a brighter future. Wow. Now, Stanley, that's a review.
That is a review.
It's perfect. It's the perfect review. It's the review I've always dreamed of receiving.
Good review.
Well, I have to read it again. It's simply too wonderful.
Very good review.
I have to experience this just one more time. From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
45 minutes?!
It's unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait.
Yep.
How do we get out of here?
Wait, what?
Where did the door go?
Uh-oh.
Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Wait a minute.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole?
I see a smoke detector.
In the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and
I see a fan.
Step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all.
I mean...
I'm asking you to work with me here.
We
need a door.
It's a brick,
We need
sir.
a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
Is it a test? I wonder if I don't press the button if he will actually find a door. I wonder if you wait long enough, if he'll... Do I wait and he actually does find a door, or do I press... I don't know. It's one of those, like, is it bait? Like, if you wait, if they're like, ha, lol, there was no door, or was it like, oh, you waited, oh, therefore you get a achievement. Wait 45 minutes facing away from the butt. Okay, you guys just making shit up now. You're making shit up. That doesn't sound real at all. That's about as real as Tom Cruise's face currently. There's no way that face is real. Like, he's like almost 60. He can't look like that. I mean, come on. Yeah, there had to have been some work done or some new skin or like something's going on there. Game creator said he watched streamer for 45 minutes waiting for something. But RuPaul 61 and Fabulous, well, I mean, RuPaul wears makeup even outside of drag to help make his skin look a little nice and smoother. And then when in drag, you're like covered in makeup, so you can make anyone look younger in makeup. But yeah, you have to wait 46 minutes.
Stanley, please
what?
Don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
12 hours?
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God.
So it's like we're married and you won't touch me? Or you can't touch me anymore?
I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is
I know.
this?
It's like I want to ban everyone that says anything
for you to press
mad, mean in chat, like
I'm frozen in time,
like
knowing that you're going to
or
do
something,
it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you, just your decision, as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone? Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again.
Oh, I
leaving
will.
Me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety that you sit with
provides
me,
me
here. Oh, no,
what
no,
I
no,
need.
I know you too well.
You don't provide me what I need anymore.
And it's all because of those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God, the
I
plant.
have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me.
I need to know that someone else is taking it in.
If you can hear me, then maybe...
Yeah, you want me to take it all in, I see.
Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps. Yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time.
He's just a Chad looking for someone to take it all in.
Into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself. Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of...
Hello? Narrator? Narrator? How many years has it been? Hello? Dan, huh? Dan, huh? Any Dan Huns in chat? Are you there? Dan, huh? The alarm's going off. The clock fell off the wall. It stopped moving. Hello? How many years, decades, centuries has it been?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned. They screamed. They gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us. Now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency. It's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world, as though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate
and
desires,
then people complain that they added it.
Demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes, it seems that this is now the world we live in.
They want change, and then when you change, they're mad that it changed.
Bleakness and
And then they're
with ourselves
mad that
our
you changed it in a way that they wanted, but not exactly how they wanted, and then they complain about that.
It must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves.
True.
We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And
have you ever had your phone die and the power go out so that you didn't have entertainment to distract you, and then you're just like, oh God, what now? What now? What's happened? What do I do now?
So because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this.
Hello? Hello? Narrator? Hello? Narrator?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Let's all type.
End is never the end, is never the end.
Let's all type this message that Corian typed.
Is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Copy paste this message.
Is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Water's dripping through. Is this the end? Or is it never the end is never the end is never the end is never the end is never the end? What the hell? It's pure darkness out there. How many billions of years have we gone forward? Are we almost to the heat death of the universe? Wait, what the hell? What the fudge? It's never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. It's never the end. Whoa. Nature's reclaiming the earth. How peaceful. How beautiful. And with man gone, the earth thrived, and life flourished. For the great evil was smited. The devourer of nature, the killer of animals, was gone. And then they all died again. What the f... What is that sound? And what happened to the narrator? He went crazy and then just disappeared. What was that? I think we all can agree on Dan S. Not supposed to be horror right now. Wait, what the hell? Did it fall? Oh, God. It's a barren wasteland. It's the constructive criticism part of Reddit. An empty wasteland. So much potential, but nothing. Empty vastness. What the hell? So I think that proves this is a sandbox game. I guess the end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. We're back in our office after all that. We're just back in the office, working our shift again. The end.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
I remember there was a DOS computer, and...
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay, the door, is it back to... Nope. New content. It's so sexy. New content. That seems like bait, though.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I want to try...
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I want to try another one of the original.
A work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
How about new?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. You have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
No. I don't trust you. What's down here? Like a garage or something.
Now listen carefully. This
The
is
Matrix!
important.
Oh,
Stanley
no!
walked through the red door.
Does he want me to go through the red door? Or did he say the red door, knowing I do the opposite of what he said, therefore go through the blue door, which is what he wanted? Or did he think that I would follow his instructions and go through the red door because he said the red door, but he doesn't want me to go through the blue door, but he thinks I'll go through the blue door. I didn't think the blue door would be the one he wants me to go, and I'll go to the red door anyway. Damn brain. Okay.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
No.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen?
Yes.
Well, don't let me stop you.
This is what I wanted.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Yeah.
Skill trees?
Yeah.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. Ooh. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Ooh, new door.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
4.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. 2 seconds? Missed. Oh my. Do you know that 21.3% of players skip the intro sequence? I'm number 9,320. What? I'm the worst player? What? Oh my God. I'm the...
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Yes.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Do you have to do this Ashley for 4 hours? No way. I can't do this for 4 hours. This is insane. Die, stupid baby.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha!
Oh my God, it's Firewatch.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it.
That would have been a better ending. Firewatch was great, but the ending sucked.
What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
More game? Wait, I can go... Did they make Firewatch? Or was that a different developer? Because that's cool.
No, it can't be.
What? What can't be?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God,
I
quickly
love
block it
open
off.
world games. What? No!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that
thing. That big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
Oh, God, what game next?
Something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Is this Rocket League?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Oh,
Stanley,
my God.
If you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball.
I love sports ball.
Fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh my God, it's so big. Oh, it's so big. I'm gonna score. Go. Whee! I'm playing sports ball.
Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Yes.
Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more
I love having
euphoric
lots
sports
of balls.
experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Oh my God, I have 2 balls I can play with?
Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing.
Oh my
doesn't
God,
it?
yes.
Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop.
That's what I need. I need to play with 2 balls.
I'm insatiable. More balls.
Oh my God, more balls. More balls. Woo! Oh my God, there's so many balls. It's amazing.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
This is amazing. I love the cut. I bet you they got permission from the Rocket League devs and the Firewatch devs to have one of their levels on there. Oh. What happens if I jump in the goalpost?
What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley.
I will. One day, Dan woke up in the office and he said, I want to do work today. So then he walked around and did work. And it was very dark. He couldn't see because he didn't pay the bills. Then he fell through a void and then he's in some retro version of the game. Where are we? Where are we? This is the original mod version of the game? Oh, really? Before it became its own game version. Ooh, the light's on over there. is all Half-Life stuff, isn't it? When there was just a mod. The original room. Half-Life. Ooh, I see stuff over there. Can't seem to do anything here. Just, oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. And we're back to the beginning again. Ooh. Because the end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. You want a snack? Couple snacks? Because the end is never the end, is never the end.